Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest.
We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it?
He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Might as well go ahead and get comfortable. This ain't going to be a short stream. And I can already tell you that there's going to be a lot of different opinions. It's going to get heated. It's definitely going to get spicy. I'm warning you all to break because I know everybody is picking this and choosing the side with this. Let me go ahead and get this stuff up here and running, man. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to the people that's watching. Do me a solid, the like, share, repost. Let the people know that we are on. And yes, we are talking Remy Ma and Papoose and Eazy the Block Captain. I'm a battle rap savant. Some of y'all don't know nothing about battle rap. Some of you do know about it. So, like, this won't be too much of a surprise. Just because I don't talk about battle rap a lot and I don't do reviews on it, that don't mean I don't know my stuff. I follow a lot of them. In fact, shout out to the MCs that show love to me when they didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? No, this doesn't have anything to do with that per se, but there's a lot of factors that's going to have to be put into perspective here. And a lot of people who are speaking on that particular story, they don't really understand it all the way through. So I got to preface it with saying, look, this does have something to do with battle rap to a certain extent. I'm not going to say it's entirely encased around it. That's not what I'm saying at all. Actually, to be honest with you, this is about 3 adults who should have handled this differently and I'm going to get into that. We definitely going to get into that. I don't even want to share any of my thoughts on it yet until my partner come up here. He has a habit of showing up late. I can't stand people who are late. This is one of them situations where we went back and forth over it for the last 2-3 days. And I'm gonna tell you, I didn't want to hear none of this shit. I'm like, bro, don't talk to me about none of this shit until Saturday. You want to wait till Saturday to talk about it? We can do that. I wanted to air this out yesterday morning because I already knew that there were 20, 30 different people covering this as it was. I wanted to do it then, but he's like, nah, let's go ahead and talk about it later on in the evening, because there's a lot of different uploads and videos and exchanges between these parties that's still coming out. It don't make no sense to do it then, but he doesn't understand, like, this shit right here has been going on longer than he even understood. So for real, we could have done this a lot sooner. I'm about to yeah, he about to hear from me. This ain't gonna be one of those lighthearted. It's gonna be chill, but it ain't gonna be as lighthearted as people think it is. Yeah, we not playing around with this one at all. He gonna hear this work because he just messaged me. I'm gonna tell y'all, like, in real time. I already sent him the link. I sent him the link like 2 hours ago, so he should have already had it. Like, he's sitting there telling me, "Oh, send it again." Yeah, it's all good though. Trust me, it's all good. We gonna rap. Yeah, we gonna rap. Go ahead and get your camera right, bro. You're not getting off easy. Not tonight. Not tonight. I know you got some bars you want to get off, and we're gonna rap. But you're gonna get this work. Get your camera right. Get your situation straight. Everybody who is watching, grab you something to drink. Get you something to snack on. It's going to get active. This is probably going to be the most honest conversation about this. Shout out to my writers, my poets, my content creators. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna give my flowers out where they're due. The poetry community, they got my heart 1,000%. First and foremost, I'm always going to show them love. Shout outs to Jason. Shout out to Sydney. Shout out to Rob. Shout out to Desperado. Shout out to everybody that's in attendance. If you got any comments, any feedback, anything that you want to share, leave it in the comment section. Pull up to the YouTube if you over here on YouTube. Pull up to the IG. Pull up to the Facebook. Wherever you are, just tap in. I'm trying to give him a chance to get acclimated. You know, I'm not going any further with this discussion until he gets on his camera. Oh, easy. What a web you have weaved, Miss Remy Ma. What a web you have weaved. We got a lot to talk about. I wish that you could see this video. has nothing to do with class or blue checks, doesn't have nothing to do with fame or who's higher on the rank of social status. This ain't got nothing to do with none of that for me personally. This is about grown adults mishandling a situation that should have been taken care of off of camera. But because of a number of factors, y'all decided to bring it here to social media for the whole entire world to discuss and have a conversation over. So here we are. Desperado, there's no fucking way in the world you are still trying to get acclimated to your surroundings. We've been going over this for the last 2 days. You've been in my ear for the last 2 days. Remy this, Remy that, Papoose this, Papoose that. I know you're here. Get up here. Get up here. Don't try to duck. You're not about to avoid this work. One of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this is because as humans, we forget that the lives that we impact can ultimately determine their future for the good or for the worse. Every decision we make, from the love that we invest to the time we pour into people, to hypergamy, to social status, to economical status, everything that we do as an adult, it affects other people directly and indirectly. And because of those decisions and choices, depending on what type of seeds you are sowing, you cannot be surprised at the responses that you get based on your movements or your poor patterns of habit. It's impossible. Like I said, I'm not about to go any further into what happened with them. I'm waiting on him to pull up to this screen. And when he pulls up to the screen, he's going to hear from me, because I don't like my time being played with. I don't like the unprofessionalism. If y'all don't get anything out of me, I'm always on time. I don't like to be late. I can't stand people who are late. I can't stand people who are unprofessional. I can't stand people who don't know how to communicate and give me heads up. There's certain things that I just have a real disdain for. Business to me is business. Personal feelings and emotions aside, I ain't got. Once the cameras come on and we're rolling and we got something that we got to do, let's get to work. I ain't got time to be sitting here lollygagging and playing around with all these little things. That's why I like to plan ahead and get things done prior, so that when we get ready to do things like this, everything is just smooth. We 14 minutes in. I know y'all ready for this. I've been ready for it. I haven't said a single word about how I feel about it. Not in the last 2 days. But all I've been hearing in my ear is, don't be biased. Don't pick a side. Don't do this. Don't do that. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? I will let you know. I will let you know exactly how I feel about it. Just make sure you tap in with me on Saturday. We'll talk everything you want to know, everything you want to divulge. You want to talk about hypergamy? We can talk about hypergamy. You want to talk about all the videos that she put out there about how she feel he did her? We can do that. You want, like, let's just do it. I'm not about to sit up here and talk about this for 3 days straight. Get here and then we don't have anything. Save all your energy for the stream, brother. So what's the problem? There you go. Yeah. It just got real. Hold on. It just got real. You about to get this work. Tap in.
Cheers. Cheers to the weekend, man. Cheers.
Yeah. Ain't no cheers. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate. But before we celebrate, we're gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. I sent you the link 2 hours ago. Why did you need another link to get up here? And you're 14 minutes behind. Let's talk about that, because I already told you how I feel about being late. You wanted this, right? We talked 2 days ago.
I think I said it earlier when we was talking about the top 10 entrances, that you don't want to miss this. This called the main event, people. This is the main event. And all I heard all week from your side of the table is that I got this, I got that, and you wait for this, you hold on. Well, man, you got the floor, sir. You wanted to wait to this moment. You got your moment. Let's roll, moment.
Like I said already, you 14 minutes behind. You sat in the studio with your camera off, and you were in my ear for the last 2 days. You really wanted to have this conversation, and I'm like, all right, we can do it. Let's do it now. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there right now off the rip. This is where I'm gonna start with it.
What's your initial thoughts on the Papoose and Remy Ma, debacle, because they really discombobulated right now. What's your initial thoughts?
My initial opening thoughts on this entire story is that this should never have been on the internet. None of these conversations, none of these videos should never have existed in the first place. Everything that's happening within their house should have stayed off camera. But I know why it ended up on camera. It ended up on camera because there's a specific individual within this circle who is a battle rapper, in my opinion, who needed this to further push his career beyond battle rap. And he strategically utilized this as a means to get out there into a larger audience. Now I know there's other factors, but he's definitely a part of this, which is why I titled it the way I did, because of a video that I watched. And there's many videos. There's many of them from Papoose, and there's a bunch of them from Remy Ma. We've all seen them. So those are my initial thoughts. Now, if there's something that you want to share with the people, go ahead, because we got a lot to cover.
Well, we sure do, and that was the one thing. I mean, I heard you mention 15 minutes in, but you just said it. We do got a lot to cover. The footage, this footage is gonna keep rolling. Now, my initial thoughts on this matter that we about to discuss tonight, good people, is that Papoose and Remy Ma are acting like some goddamn fools, and I blame both of them. That's my initial thought. They shouldn't have had to do it this way. They just people with money, but they acting real immature with what they got. You know what I'm saying? And it's an embarrassment to their families, and it's an embarrassment to the daughter that they share together too. So it's a knock on both of them for doing this, and they need to handle it. They need to handle it like grown people because that right there, childish, flat out. And most of the stuff that we heard, we shouldn't have heard. It was between them two, and they could have hashed it out amongst themselves. It wasn't for everybody's ears to hear. That's where I stand.
Based on the video footage, and a lot of you probably don't know this, but I've already done a lot of reactions to this particular case. See, you don't know this, but I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you in on something. Eazy the Block Captain is a battle rapper. Eazy the Block Captain has been successful in battle rap for a number of years, and not too long ago, the people got hip to him only because of the Fresh Prince, where he ended up getting a little stardom on the spinoff, which I wasn't really fond of. I just don't think they should have even tried to go that route. But you know, he's had a lot of success in battle rap, and one thing that he always said was he was going to go out of his way to and make sure that every plan that he had was concise, and he was going to be the algorithm boy. That's what he went by for the longest time, the algorithm boy. He still goes by it. There was a time, I believe a few years ago, where rumors started to come out about him possibly dealing with her. No one really had definitive proof about it though. And see, it's so much here that it's like you would have to know the history to really understand it. Eazy's come up was just as quick as Geechee Gotti's. And there's not a lot of battle rappers that was making their name as fast as he was. We find out that Eazy is dealing with Remy. They never come out and say nothing about it. Papoose is quiet about it the entire time. He doesn't say a single word about none of his personal life, which I always thought was dope. I respected that. And so with all of this coming out, the thing that I believe finally was like the last straw was the Shotgun Suge battle, the Geechee Gotti battle, like the cat's out the bag. We know what's up. Now everybody in battle rap is going to use this angle to come at Eazy the Block Captain. Remy starts her own battle rap league, Chrome. Eazy leaves URL, goes over to Chrome. It's obvious they fucking around with each other. But I know it's a lot deeper than just Eazy, which we find out later on. And so again, all of this shit was messy. Honest, and to be honest, it didn't just start with him. From what I'm understanding and just off of observation, this was going on. The trouble they had was going on way before Eazy in her, but people are picking sides, and I get it, but I don't get it. The only answer we should be looking for is a right and wrong. And I'm gonna say a lot of things that's not very popular. I'm gonna leave it right there though. I'm gonna let you pick up if you want to add on to that because there's more here, but
Oh yeah, it's a lot more. It's a lot more. This got layers to it. First let me go to Mr. Papoose. For one, dope dude, um, real lyricist. Like I like his flow, battle rapper, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I believe I believe him and Remy may have met that way through the battle rap scenes. Remy Remy made a lot of hits. You know what I'm saying? She got all the way up. She was a she was a pretty good rapper, female rapper, and she enjoyed the battle scenes. My thing is, from what Papoose was saying on there, he 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 took a lot of shit from Remy. And we're gonna go ahead and go back to she had to do a bid or something like that. She had to do what, a 5 6 year bid. And Papoose, from what we heard and initially years ago, he was good, man. He held the relationship down. You know what I'm saying? Anything she needed, he visited her, all that. Like he was A1 steak sauce. He was what a lot of females wish they had in the man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put that down. But now years later, we in 25 now. Now we get all these other backstories. Like hell, maybe that wasn't the way it went down. You know what I'm saying? We just talking rumors. He made IG said that he wasn't really as real as he claimed to be while she was locked up. She claimed that when she was locked up, he was probably entertaining. He had other baby mamas. She said it was some drama and all of this being with him, and he fighting baby mamas and all of that he had prior to the daughter that they have together. And she been through a lot of ups and downs with him. So my thing is, for one, everybody that's been in a serious committed relationship, man, have experienced ups and downs. That's a part of the bond and everything that y'all might share. But if you can't go through no shit with nobody, that you ain't really for them no way. My thing is, both of y'all made a decision then to work through those issues. So when I hear allegations from both parties, he's saying what she did with the female in the house, and he came and caught the female in the bed with Remy, and she had his daughter in there and all that, and he had to deal with that. My thing, my thing with all of that is you did deal with it, Papoose. You did. You stood there and dealt with all of that. We're not gonna sit up here and act like Easy the Block was the begin all be all to y'all problems, because it damn sure wasn't. It was always cracks in the shield before the whole thing hatched. So we're gonna put that on the table. Y'all been having problems for a while, and according to her, she said that she went through the man's phone, saw that he was dealing with so and so, right? And since then, I think that was her finding or getting up with Easy to Block and all of that. It was inevitable, you know what I'm saying? Because if that was true, if that was the case, that she came home from jail and she found these messages and found that he's had outside relationships while she was in. If all of that came out, then in my thoughts, I would believe that this was going to happen to him anyway. You know what I'm saying? As far as the relationship not having no trust, or she stepping out on him with other people, and he reportedly did that to her too. You know what I'm saying? Once again, it's crazy, but we shouldn't even be talking about they stuff like that. But we're gonna keep it real. That's the type of stuff that does happen when you know what I'm saying, when you're in relationships. It have happened, and it's all, my thing is it's all in how you handle it. And these two waited till they have another partner in their life. Papoose got another partner. Clarissa Shields, boxer, knockout artist. Like she's heavy on that. Golden Glove, whatever you want to call her. Then you got Remy, who claims she happy with Eazy the Block. My personal opinion with these relationships and all of that, the way that went down and all that, I don't believe Remy is really happy with Eazy the Block. Um, you mentioned earlier that he's trying to gain some clout. He want to gain clout off this situation. He want to make a name for himself off Papoose, huh? That's real lame. I think that's real lame. I think the person that he with is his key to fame. Like, if you're not gonna get it off Remy, and then Remy, I mean, she known and all that, but because she went to jail and all that, she got some bad experiences. You know what I'm saying? Before hooking up with this dude. So I don't know if that's gonna help his career or make him a big star or whatever the hell he think he gonna be. But the woman ain't really happy, in my opinion. The woman ain't gonna be all over the place and saying all this outlandish shit about the past if she was. And if she was happy, she would leave. She would have left the situation the fuck alone. This stuff happened 3 years ago. We talking 2025, and this is what we dealing with today. It's another case of bullshit. You got
Um, I'm gonna scold both of them right now, and I'm gonna say this for men and women in general. Why do you get married? Why do you get into a relationship with anyone that you're not going to be committed to? What's the point of spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on a ring, on a wedding, getting on one knee, doing all of this special shit for this person? What is the purpose of saying I do to a person and opening your legs to a person when you know deep down in your heart that you have absolutely 1 foot in and 1 foot out? You don't even have any true intentions on being there for the long haul. In my honest opinion, these two were never equally yoked. One person loved the other person more, and you see it all the time. They'll love you, but they're not going to love you the way that you need the love. They're not going to be there for you the way they need you to be there for them. And what ends up happening is one person always ends up resenting the other person, because it's like, my nigga, I'm meeting you, and I'm actually exceeding the expectations that I came into this with, and you're not matching me. You're not even attempting to match me. And when y'all fuck around and get into these type of situations and it goes left, then you have a spectacle because you expected something that was never there in the first place. I don't think she ever loved him the way that he loved her. All we know is black love and black excellence. When anyone talked about black love and black excellence, they always attached his name to hers. That's all. If you wanted a great representation of it, those names were synonymous with it. Why? Because even though she was a fucking idiot and went to jail for some shit that she shouldn't have, this man sacrificed his career. He sacrificed his gifts and his talent. He put his life on hold to make sure that she was good. And everybody respected the shit out of it. Some people even think he's stupid for it. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think and I believe within my heart of hearts that that's admirable, but he put that shit into the wrong woman. He gave that to the wrong person. See, as far as I'm concerned, Remy Ma is just another black woman. She ain't no different or special than the next person. As far as I'm concerned, as a battle rapper, she's always going to have that title. Oh, she battled Lady Luck. Oh, she did this in battle rap. I watched the battles. I've seen her do her thing. But as far as like transcending in music and going above and beyond things like what Cardi B is doing and Glorilla and Foxy Brown and people like that, she never ever exceeded her potential. She never climbed the heights that people think she did. She's a pretty decent rapper, but she's not one of those MC Lyte, Queen Latifah type of rappers. As far as the relationship dynamic, I don't think she really loved him the same way. She loved him because of the provisions that he offered. She loved him because she knew he was loyal. She loved him because she knew exactly what type of guy he was. And she played on it. She used it to her advantage. She loved him not enough to give him what she wanted to really fully give somebody that she actually cared about. I've seen this shit happen before. You can love a motherfucker and it still isn't enough because there's something missing within that man that doesn't allow her to fully be uninhibited with her rawness, her true nature. So she can give you but so much, but she's not going to give you all of it. She gave him a child. Okay. But like, would she, if the roles were reversed, would she sit there and do for him if he was in prison? Would she still do the same shit for him? No, I highly doubt it. Now, everybody has seen the videos and the back and forth and the exchanges. I know y'all pick y'all sides. Y'all want to claim things. Let's not do that. Let's not sit up here and say Papoose cheated on her if we don't know that he cheated on her. What we do know is they documented their life. They gave us a part of them. Childbirth, the marriage, her getting out. We saw him going to visit her in jail. We saw him really just like being locked in with her. We didn't see her doing a lot of that shit for him. I'm gonna stop right there, but I just wanted to say I don't really think she gave a fuck about him like that. And the only reason why we are here now is because just like most of these chicks out here, you don't really appreciate the shit until it's no longer there and somebody else got it that knows what to do with it. And I'm gonna leave it right there.
Like it, Paul. I'm gonna go back to my man, Mr. His name was Mr. Jahan. You got to put that woman first. And Papoose put put Remy Ma first for years and years. He put her first. He put her first. And we about to slice into the meat and potatoes of this thing called pergamy. Because what Papoose did, he invited a lot of hell in his life. He invited a lot of unwelcoming shit that he is dealing with now. That you know you can't give yourself fully to somebody that don't deserve it. And I felt like he did a horrible job with setting boundaries for himself when it comes to dealing with Remy. With Remy, Remy played him like a pawn. Remy from the street. Papoose is too. But he do got a genuine thing with him that he just didn't use good judgment with her. I'm gonna say that he didn't use good judgment, and she completely ran over this brother. Putting that woman first, fellas, will get you humiliated. It invite a lot of embarrassment. So yeah, you did say something that I'm gonna go back to. It's very important, very very important for Remy Ma, not Papoose. Remy should have loved Papoose the most, not the other way around. Because without it being that way, this is the type of results that will come. It will come eventually. Hate it or love it. The underdogs always get on top. And in this situation right here, Remy used her experience. She used his kindness. And you know what they say about kindness? They treat kindness like it's weakness. So out of all the stuff he did for her, and out of all the stuff that she's done to him, he treated Remy even when she was in jail. He was like a big old cheerleader for her. He really was. It was a whole lot of support. But we talk about it all the time in relationships. Relationships are supposed to go both ways. That was a one-sided affair to me. And he supported the hell out of Remy. He claimed that he wrote 90% of her rhymes. So he put a lot of himself into a person. And then we talked about it before with the cup. His cup ran empty. Nobody was pouring into Papoose cup. He did all of that, writing for her, getting her back out there. And what the hell happened to his career? What did he do that was so special in that time? that was but helping her ass. See, he treated her like a celebrity, and she treated Papoose like a fan. It don't change. I mean, just because they famous and all of that, these rules don't change. They implanted and it supposed to went the other way around and it didn't. And Papoose paid the price. Now, fast forward, we caught up right now. We in today. I think both of them looking at who they're with. I must go off of who they're with right now. I think they both got a type. I think they both got a type. We're gonna go with Remy first. Remy is with this goofy. This dude is a goofy. He's a lame. He's the dude Eazy. The dude did some slime ball shit though. That's some goofy shit. How you gonna be knocking my wife down and then come shake my hand, bro? Like it's like I'm okay in you doing that. That's real disrespect. So when Papoose said he dropped them and knocked them out, he said he didn't knock him out for sleeping with his wife. He said because she's grown and she made a decision to sleep with him and all of that. He said he knocked them out because you knew you were sleeping with her and you shook my hand. You disrespected me as a man, and he dropped him. So my thing is, we have to draw the line with that fighting over your woman or getting your respect as a man. It's a line that should be drawn there. You know what I'm saying? Because like he said, women do make their own choices. If she chose to sleep with him and she wanted to do something with that guy, it's nothing that Papoose could do to stop her. That was her decision to do it. But you don't come around me like a big goofy lame dude, like as a joke, like I'm on fun and games, like I'm alright with that you did that. Come on, that don't even make sense. So to me, going back to Remy, she chose him off of the fact that I can control this guy. I can probably get him to do some stuff for me. You know, she see him as somebody uh letting her have her way. You can't be no. It's 2025. You can't be no goddamn yes man. I don't give a damn what a woman say about what you can give her or what you're doing for her. You do this, you do that. The deep down guys don't know women really respect the dude that's always saying yes, yes, yes. That's goofy. That's not gonna get you no props. You have to tell a woman no sometimes to see where y'all at. And he don't look like he's going to be doing that no time soon. So that's what she likes. She likes to be the dominant one. She likes to be in control. Papoose, as crazy as it may seem, he allowed Remy to have the upper hand in that relationship. Love it, like it, hate it. When it comes down to relationships, fellas, a man makes that decision, and that when that happens, he allows the woman to gain the power and all of that. So yes, Remy is real masculine. She's real dominant. She's real boisterous. You heard her in her IGs. She don't give a fuck about Papoose because you allowed me to not give a fuck about you. I can say anything. I talked about all your kids because I don't respect you. Why I don't respect you, Papoose? Is because you allowed me to run over you. You allowed me to bring people in the house, and you still was on me. I don't fuck with you because of that. That's why. Now let's go to Papoose. Let's go to Papoose. Let's deal with his type. Let's go to Papoose. He he goes and He dating the damn officer. He dating Clarissa Shields, somebody that knocked people the hell out, and she about that. But let's go back to the topic. Also, we talking about this hypergamy thing, and Clarissa Clarissa is a lot younger. She don't have no kids. So he had to get his head hit. Papoose did to get it right. So once he got it right and she returned the energy, she don't really need anything from him because she already have her own career. She already doing her thing. So I'm only with you because I value something else in you as a man to make me be with you. It's not your pocket. So understand that if you dealing with a female because of that, that's what you gonna end off of. It's gonna end for your ass, just like that. Your pocket, your pockets run out, your relationship run out. What else do you have? So now them two is hooked up. They dating. They seem happy. He's finally found somebody that is putting into him like he thought Remy was gonna do when she got out of jail, but she didn't. She was selfish. She was vindictive. She was treacherous. All of that, and he finally got somebody that's not none of those things, and he's happy. That's good for Papoose, right? So now it brings us to what we got when we discussing today. Now because Papoose got shitted on for years from Remy, he got it wrong to finally getting it right. Remy don't have that. She don't have what Papoose just gained. So because she was so comfortable maneuvering on Papoose' neck every time she felt like it, you're not gonna leave and be happy. I'm gonna bring both of y'all down because he don't do for her what he was doing for her. She don't have the same relationship with Eazy as Papoose got with Clarissa because she want to be the goddamn man. But Remy, you can't be the goddamn man. You gotta listen. And Remy have a hard time opening up her damn ears, listening. Papoose called her a narcissist. Maybe that's true. But my thing is, when it's been 3 years, the man is happy. We thought you was happy. Why are we having these problems? Because somebody is miserable. You got it.
Papoose brother, I'm sure you got a heart of gold just based off the strength that Clarissa Shields decided to take you on, and y'all seem like y'all doing good, and I'm all for it. Also, I want to add to being as how I was married before, I can understand you wanting to honor your vows to death do us part. Most people give up as soon as shit get rough. You decided to go ahead and stick around with all of the arrogance with her stepping out on you. You saying she cheated on you even before the fucking prison chick. She was already doing her thing. Y'all went to counseling and all that shit. You already knew what was up with her, and you still stayed there because of the marriage. And like for that, most people ain't gonna do it. Most people would crash out. She would have been on first 48, or you would have crashed out, unallowed yourself, because a lot of men can't handle getting their heart broken. Ladies, y'all play around with fellas all the time. You play around with their feelings and their emotions, and you act like, you know, we don't feel shit. But when a nigga like that is visiting you every week, they got a last minute pick up and move their entire life to relocate you so that you don't violate your parole or whatever the fuck is going on. This man is clearly he had some type of income coming in. Like that shit right there, we're gonna have to get that out the way. Because she was sitting up here trying to make it seem like the nigga was broke. But if this nigga was broke, how was he able to make sure that you was good in prison while also simultaneously making sure that shit was straight outside, taking care of your kid, taking care of his kids at the same time too? Because let's get it clear, you were not making that type of bread, my nigga. You could rap. You had a couple of hits here and there. You wasn't like out here cooking shit.
Not to cut you off, I'm gonna let you get back. But Remy stated that when she was in jail, that she was the reason why all that was going on because of her royalty checks. That's what she said.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Royalty checks was paying for his rent. She was paying for everything while she was locked up for Papoose. And Papoose, you know, I don't know if he put it out there or whatever, but she said she was taking care of all the stuff for the kids and everything.
I know, and I don't believe her. That's why I said what I said. Nigga, she only had what 3 or 4 decent songs that did okay. It wasn't like we gotta stop being honest. She was not cooking like that. She was good, but she was not cooking like that. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Fat Joe. But she was not one of the best coming up in terms of music. Her money was not going to be able to sustain his life, the kid's life, and take care of her while she was in jail by herself. The nigga, for those of you who know, you know, the nigga was rapping. The nigga rap. He still rap. Right now to this day, I can turn a freestyle on right now. The nigga just did one recently. He got his own motion. He got his own podcast. Niggas don't even know that shit. The nigga got his own work. It's not like he was sitting home broke. But like you believe a woman just because a woman says certain shit, and it's like, oh, because she said it and it's Remy Ma, then we supposed to believe it. Nah, we don't do that. We already know there's 2 sides to the story. That's not even the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is, brother, you didn't court her properly. You didn't vet her properly. I don't give a fuck if she's Remy Ma. I don't care if she's Beyonce. You didn't vet her right. You didn't really get to know who the fuck she was. Because if you really knew that woman, you would have never married her. You would have never had kids with her. You can be pretty. You can have a nice body. Your personality is fucked up. And you stuck up and you like to shit on people and be manipulative and like to try to control everything. You ain't feminine at all. I ain't dealing with that. That's a red flag. Go ahead and step off and go into find somebody that is going to be more compatible with you. These chicks, man, that be in these positions of power, they ain't humble at all. They think they can just step on everybody. They think their money can just buy them whatever the fuck they want. They think because everybody is kissing their ass and sucking up to them, that's how it's going to be in a household. I think the fuck not. You got me all the way twisted. All the way twisted. You will never run me in the relationship. You will never control how my emotion moves. You will never stop me from working. You will never make more money than me. You will never, ever hold that over my head. I think not. You went to jail over some stupid, immature shit. You went to jail, left your family because you couldn't handle your emotions. Everything about how she conducts herself, to me, is a walking red flag. I don't idolize celebrities. I don't care who you are. We not about to sit up here and do that. He should have known better. He walked into that and he stayed there and he took the punishment until enough was enough. I applaud you for fighting for it, but you moved on. And I'm gonna say this too: He's the block captain is absolutely a goofy. He is absolutely a goofy. That was corny as shit. My nigga, you did all of that shit so that your name would be in the algorithm on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You wanted that much attention on yourself. And if y'all heard the audio, he admits that he blackmailed her. He admits that he blackmailed her. He didn't really care how this shit turned out. That nigga just wanted the attention, negative or not. But once that fight between him and Papoose happened, he disappeared for like a month, came back and tried to lie and act like what happened didn't happen. Then Remy Ma is on audio admitting inadvertently that Papoose absolutely whooped his ass. I don't take nothing Eazy the Block Captain says serious. His battle raps to me are done. His credibility is done. To covet another person's spouse, I don't honor that. There's too many women out here in the world for you to be sleeping with somebody else's. Why can't you get your own? Papoose, you're a fucking idiot though, bro. And I fuck with you because personally, I think you should have never said anything. I think you should have just kept your mouth closed. Remy Ma is just like every other woman out here in the world. They need attention. They're gonna go here every time. This is their life right here. Social media. They're gonna go there, cry, lie, manipulate, make y'all feel and believe whatever the hell they want you to believe because they always want to be the victim. They need that dopamine hit. They want the dudes to go and simp in the comment section. Oh, we love you, Remy. We love you. You ain't wrong. We're gonna ride with you till the wheels fall off. Y'all biased as hell. Y'all don't really care about resolving the actual issue. The real issue is they should have never been together in the first place. He wanted her more than she wanted him. She was attracted to him enough to have kids with him. She cared about him enough to be there with him, but she didn't actually love that man. Because if she loved him, there wouldn't have been any infidelity. She would have never went to prison. See, when you love people, there's things that you do in consideration, not just for yourself, but for everybody around you. There's a bigger picture there. You don't put yourself in positions to be taken away from them if you actually love them. And you don't do anything to hurt them or break their heart or have them questioning your position in their life, especially if you're going to walk down the aisle. So she's a fucking idiot. He's the block captain. That nigga ain't no upgrade. He's a fucking battle rapper. He's a subpar actor. The show didn't last very long. He's not undefeated. I don't care what nobody say. He didn't win as many battles as people think he did. He's a fucking idiot, and he's corny for lying about getting his ass whooped. Nigga, everybody loses a fight. But what makes you corny is you shook his hand and lied in his face. Whole time you sleeping with that man's wife. You corny because you're coveting another person's woman. You're corny because you use this shit as a way to get more people to talk about you. And I'm talking about you. So what? But you use this shit to get more publicity. You don't care if it's negative or positive. I will grant you this, though. I'll give you a little grace. Their marriage was doomed before you. It was. if everything that I've seen and heard is accurate, that marriage wasn't going to last anyway. The whole this is black love, that shit was never real. That shit never existed. But they put that front on for the camera because it looked good. It looked good to give off this premise that not all black people are ghetto and trifling and ratchet. We needed this to hold on to. Because every time you turn on social media, we see baby mamas with multiple kids by multiple fathers. We see a whole bunch of twerking. We see a whole bunch of hair extensions and hair dye and fucking umbrellas and all. We see a bunch of hood shit. So when you get them up there, it's like, all right, damn, finally we got something. But that shit was never real. It might have been real to him. It wasn't as real with her. You got it.
Yeah, it's just a sad thing, man, about that. When we look at your boy, you was just talking about Eazy, man. He to me, he the weakest link out of the whole thing. Um, that's why we're getting these back and forths. If he was so secure and he was good and all this, whatever the hype was, she said his credit score is outstanding. He got an 800 or something credit score. He 250 grand a year. She don't want the child support. She say she don't need the child support. She's going for joint custody. Y'all got joint. You come get your daughter. All of that. She packed the man bags up. All of that. So so my thing is with the whole situation. If you could pack the man clothes up the way you did, you put that on video. If you can if you could speak about the child that y'all had together the way you did and everything of that nature, why is this becoming an issue now? Because I believe that mostly everything that she talked about was already in place. You've been slept with this dude for y'all been doing it for years now. So you went quiet, and now all of a sudden this is what you do. For one, what you call easy to block. He's not no damn band-aid. He's not going to be able to replace what's not there no more because they're two different people. And what people got to understand is you can try to um, run back to the streets and get all in the streets, get your feet wet and all that in the streets after a relationship. But what you're not realizing is that you become real damaged goods. She didn't have on no makeup. She was real like I say, she was real salty in those videos. Real salty. And what she's salty about is saying that, okay, Papoose, I dogged you and all of that in the relationship. You stayed with me and all of that. Why? Because she claims that Papoose was was with her because of the financial gain that he was gaining with her, being with her, meaning that Remy's claiming she was bringing in most of the checks to take care of the kids, to take care of the responsibilities of their relationship. It wasn't Papoose. She claimed it was her. Now, now she's looking at him and saying, "Oh, so that's what you do. That's your type. You gotta go get somebody else." She called Clarissa his come up. She don't really believe that he really into that woman. She believes that he's only with her for what he can get, and hopefully she's better in his lifestyle and all of that. Going back to that, my whole thing with bettering people you can relationships is let me say this, a relationship is about two people. A relationship is about using people. You're supposed to be able to use the person you're with. They're supposed to be able to use you. But don't misuse you. That's all. We supposed to be able to count on each other. It ain't a damn thing wrong with that. Don't misuse me. Understand what you got in your possession. Understand that this value right here you got. Because it can walk and it ain't coming back. Now, what he has to offer, that woman really needed that. That woman values that. She appreciates what he's bringing, what he was giving to her as. Now he's giving it to her, and now it's a problem because once you see somebody go on or get to another level, you wanna grab on to them and pull them down. Like why can't everybody go about their business and be happy? You could we know it's messy. We saw the videos; they were all messy on both parts. She said some foul shit too about her. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna do that. But my thing is, y'all got a daughter. If the man happy with who he with, let him be happy. Don't stir the pot. Don't come out with all this shit. And then Clarissa, because we don't even talk about her. She mentioned that she's tired of the back and forth. I mean, she understands that he has to deal with her on some level because they share a daughter together. That's true, but she feels like I've been with him a certain amount of time. She's making claim to that. That's her dude, and you're gonna ease up. And she told her, you're not gonna keep coming at him, or it's gonna be me and you. She's talking about Remy now. You know, letting Remy know we can square up if that's what you want to do. Whatever we gotta do to get this, to go ahead and finish this off, we can do that. Then, what's the dude named Eazy? Easy the Block gonna say, he called Papoose a weirdo. He said Papoose is a real weirdo. He's obsessed with him because he's smashing his wife. He's smashing his wife and all that. And he said he been knew that they were smashing before they actually fought. He claims that he been knew. He put a tracking device on Remy's car, falling around and all that. He had conversations between Remy and Eazy in the car. So he claimed that's what he claimed. He said he been knew about it before it went down. So the boxer Clarissa, she comes out and says, because she's famous, bro. I call Eazy the weakest link because let's go to Clarissa the boxer. If she wanted to, she can walk away from this shit. It's nothing's gonna happen to her. She's a great boxer. She's a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? She's cool. She's she's choosing him and adopting his drama. She adopting that nigga baggage. Papoose got baggage, and not to mention that he have other outside kids that could be trying to get at her too. Who knows? But I'm just saying, with this situation right here, she don't need this shit for real. If it escalate any further, she's younger. She's a younger woman than Remy. She got less bodies than Remy. So if we're gonna go comparison, yeah, Papoose won. You got somebody that's better and that's treating them better, and that's what these arguments is about. I'm like I said before, she's used to treating him like trash. She's used to him accepting her treating him like trash, and she can't stand to see him happy. And that's with a lot of relationships. So we're gonna put it on the table. That's a sign of a narcissist. Once somebody see you upgrade, and like you mentioned on him before, he never spoke about his personal business, his personal life, whatever. He just continued to move on. He took the blows on the chin like a G and kept it rolling. Papoose was doing it like that. He was. And I'm just saying, once somebody find what they've been looking for and now they're good, what you find in these LTRs or these, I'm gonna call it toxic relationships because that's what they are. The other party can't accept that, bro. They can't accept the fact that they're succeeding where they failed at. And most of the time, when a woman do with the way she moves, it's not really. I'm gonna just put it on the table. I'm gonna say it like this: Papoose, he got an upgrade. Remy Ma, she got a rebound. She got a rebound. Hit it. She got a rebound. That's what that is. That's what the pain is. It's pain. This how it is. All she crying about. She's crying about it. All she's saying is, you got to upgrade. You got a boxer. No kids. No drama. Like I was giving you, and I'm stuck with a fucking ragdoll battle rapper, mid card battle rapper who's not gonna blow up. And I want to be happy like you, and I can't get it. So if I can't be happy, then hey, take some of this misery. Misery loves what? Company. So I gotta get at you any way I can with these blogs, these videos, whatever. You know, and Papoose, even though he responded, because she took a dig at the man kids. Women, stop doing that. This is for all the ladies that have kids and whatever the situation, it didn't work out, however it went, your fault, his fault, God's fault. My thing is, don't take a dig at another man's kids, man. Father's Day is approaching, people. It's approaching. Don't do that. So that's what kind of drew him out to the IG, and now they on live together, going back and forth. It was messy, real messy. But he should have ignored everything and kept it moving. If you ain't gonna do it peaceful, it's not gonna be a good situation. Papoose, I'm gonna say this: he learned from his mistake. But Clarissa threw some shade at Papoose a little bit too. You can go catch it. She said Papoose is her fifth boyfriend. So she already did relationships prior to him. She already been in relationships. So with that should tell everybody a lot about her is that she she's planning to retire in a few years. She's undefeated. She got a nice career. You know, they can probably go ahead and tie the knot later on. Who knows? But my thing is that woman right there don't need this. If it's gonna be like this, she don't need this. She don't deserve this. She don't deserve this type of drama in her life. She can get an upgrade too if she want to. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is this is what they chose for themselves, and Remy needs to lean back. Just lean back, lean back, lean back. Go ahead.
There's clearly something there that Clarissa Shields seen him, and actually I remember her talking about how she met him. She's actually a fan of his music. I don't think a lot of people know that. Clarissa Shields is a fan of Papoose' music. She even came out to one of her fights recently with him, and he performed her intro. So I know she fucked with him. And it ain't got shit to do with money and none of that. Otherwise, like you said, she could absolutely go somewhere else and deal with somebody that makes what he makes or excels a little higher than that. But I
They
believe
probably wouldn't treat her. They probably wouldn't treat her like Papoose. That's what she's. That's what she like about him.
I believe that their their bond. I'm gonna give you two perspectives. Either their connection is based off of some form of trauma, or is purely just mutual. This is what I've been looking for. This is what I needed. It's refreshing. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this. And I'm going to take this as a sign that, okay, we finally matching up with the people that we're supposed to be with. When you rocking with folks that you're not supposed to be dealing with, you get headaches, you get frustrated, you get kids, you get police called out, you get arrest warrants, you get drugs, you get sex, you get fights, you get arguments between family members, you get a whole bunch of bullshit when you dealing with people that you shouldn't be dealing with. And I just to give some grace, Eazy Block Captain is not a mid card. He's a fairly decent battle rapper. I don't think he's as good as everybody says he is, but he's fairly good. I had him losing. I had him
Hey,
losing.
look, he ain't Papoose. That's what we're talking about.
I had him losing to Geechee. I had him losing to Charlie Clips. I had him losing to Shotgun Suge. Shotgun Suge fucked him up. No, he's not Papoose. That's the difference here.
You ain't got Cassidy.
That's a whole different ball game. I just want to stay here. There's two reasons why I appreciate what's happening here. I don't like the drama. I'm not really a big fan of people airing out their dirty laundry. But this should be an example to men and women specifically on what happens when you open your legs and you lay down with the wrong person. A lot of y'all ladies out there are just like Remy.
Hmm.
You don't know what you got. You know what you got. Matter of fact, let's just not even do that. You know exactly who the person is. You know how far you can take it with them, how far you can walk over them, how much you can abuse them. You know. I mean, you say you more mature, and with as far as social skills, communicating with people on a regular basis, you have the advantage. So you already know what type of dudes you can get away with this shit. So, and you've done it to so many people that when you start getting fucked over, oh my god, I can't believe it. No, I can't believe he did it to me. You gaslighting, you throwing shade at everybody else, ad hominems, but you know you created that problem. Now let's just be fair. Hypothetically speaking, Papoose was horrible to her. Well, she stayed. They both stayed. Why? If this was such a horrible man and he didn't do nothing for you, like you claim, because I watched your videos, I heard everything you had to say. If he was all of this shit, why did you stay there? I don't understand it. But that's what toxic relationships do. Y'all would rather stay in uncomfortable situations than get out of it, be alone, suffer the hurt, go through the pain, go through the trials and tribulations of withdrawals, and then trying to rebuild and put your mindset in a better place so that you can be better for yourself and the next person that comes into your life. You don't want to do that. You would rather just stay in the bullshit. But the way that this looked is like he just tried everything he possibly could to stay with you. You took advantage of it. You took advantage of it so much that it was like, all right, fuck it. I guess this is it. Now we're here. And now you just incessantly going on and on and on and on a tangent. That nigga wasn't saying nothing for a long time. He was quiet. People chat. How many of y'all kept on wanting to know his side of the story? How many people wanted him to say something and he wouldn't say nothing? He just went on about his business, dropping freestyles, doing shows, trying to improve, training, going to the gym. That's what we do when we're trying to get over somebody, or we're trying to mentally evolve from where we were the day before, the trauma and all the extra crap that came from this space. We're trying to declutter. We declutter by getting more involved in projects and our purpose and exercising and eating healthy and reading and getting around people who are healthy thinkers too. And that's what he was doing. And everybody was like, damn, why he ain't saying nothing? Some people were like, oh shit. It must be true because he ain't saying nothing. It must be true. But to me, it was like, that's the smartest thing you could do. Again, because why? Men don't really care about being the center of attention. We don't care about proving whether or not we're right or wrong in these type of things. Like, just leave me the fuck alone. Go on about your life. I'm going about mine. I ain't got nothing to like. It's not that big of a deal to me. I'm hurting. I cared about you. I loved you. You did me dirty. Things didn't work out. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and take my L, and I'm gonna go on about my business. Real shit though. Real shit.
Get over here, you son of a motherfucking piece of shit.
I'm just saying, like, I know that's me personally. That's me. I'll lock in. I'll be at the laptop. I'll read. I'll work out. I'll whatever I got to do to get my mind out of that dark place. I'll do it. But you'll never get any more energy from me. I'll cut you off completely. We won't speak. If we don't have to, I'll keep it cordial. I'm not crashing out over somebody who wants to stay in the street. I'm not crashing out over somebody who clearly didn't look at me the way that I looked at them. It's not that big, deep to me. You're going to find out the hard way eventually. Your attitude, your behavior, your lifestyle, the way that you move, all that shit that you doing, it's going to catch up to you. I ain't got to do nothing. You can get up here in front of millions of people and say and do whatever you want. I know the truth. You know the truth.
So what happens when if they come to their senses and they want to come back home?
And they want to come back home?
Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck
I drink to that. I drink to that.
That answers your question.
Yeah, but the thing with Pat, man, is like, okay, if you look at his situation, and it'd be a lot of dudes in them situations, man. This is prior, like I said, I'm gonna go back to prior to Easy the Block getting that joint, because all he really did was took over your problem for you. That's his headache. Because trust me, Papoose had a rack of damn headaches before Easy the Block came. So he really did Papoose a damn favor. All that drama and that misery, that bitterness that she be saying in them videos, that's on that's on Easy helmet now. He got to hear all that. If she come out and want to call Papoose an asshole and all of that, that's in his face, man. He got to hear all of that stuff y'all been through. He got to hear that. But this the thing with Pat. If she was already stepping out on you before that situation came to a head, and she went with my man, the underground rapper and all that, the battle rapper, wouldn't you be planning your exit? Like, you had all that time before that came up to a head, and she met up with him and did that with him to plan your escape. Ain't nobody. One thing about it, man, these relationships, man, ain't nobody should be a fool as much as it look like. If it's getting if it ain't no reciprocation, I'm gonna put that on the line. If we ain't reciprocating energy and all that, man, it's time to go ahead and start taking my blocks in. I'm gonna go ahead and build over here, because evidently this castle is crumbling. Like I said, it was a rack of cracks in the shield before he came along. And Papoose, it's one thing to say, okay, I'm gonna stay down. What do you say? I'm gonna honor my vows. I'm gonna stay loyal. I'm gonna hold her down while she in jail and all of that. But that loyalty can make a fool out of you. It made a fool out of Pat. Pat looked like a damn idiot doing that. You coming up to the jail and doing all this for her, but once again, what did she ever do to help you out, to make you straight? And what I mean by help you out is like when you like giving money to somebody, like exchanging money back and forth, that's kind of equal Steven. But maybe the other person might value something that you can do for them differently. You see what I'm saying? And it is just as important as what you did for them. And what I'm saying is, she wasn't giving Pat what he valued, what would make him replenish and keep giving to the relationship. She wasn't doing that. So he was empty, bro. And you can't tell me if you get drawn out or you get drained energy wise and you became empty in a relationship, that it's harder for, I'm gonna say it's harder for a dude to recover. If a dude give all his resources, that's money, and all his time and energy to one woman, and it ain't getting reciprocated, man, that man ain't gonna be fucked up. He gonna be fucked up. That's facts. All that time and you go about your way and all that, like, yeah, we can do that, but that recovery a monster. You can't. It has to be some type of reciprocation. If we're talking about, I love you, you love me back, whatever the situation, like we got to show and tell. We got to show and tell. We got to prove it with our actions. Because you can tell me you love me. You can tell me you got me. Don't got me, get me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you saying it and doing it is two different things. Now, going back to that, Pat should have planned for better days being with this woman. This woman was super masculine. You can still hear it in her. She's super masculine. She's super controlling, and ain't no real man gonna deal with that. I mean, the woman got scars on her body. She probably been in a rack of fights, teeth knocked out, I mean, Remy been through hell, man, and a real dude, a real man ain't gonna keep. He ain't gonna tuck his head down to please her ego because she got a real ego problem too. And pretty much when you're like that, when you're displaying those characteristics as a female, it shows it shows that it shows a man that a woman lacks femininity. She don't know how to be soft. She don't know how to bring that to the table when she meet a real decent man. And that's what happened with their situation. I didn't. I felt like she didn't know how to bring what Papoose needed to the relationship. All she knew was how to fucking take and take and take. And Papoose, all he knew was how to fucking give. He kept giving her, and giving her. And when it's like that, that's called rest in peace. That's called one sided, and that's not a real relationship. That's a situationship. Is paid love, and she wasn't out there looking for real love. She was looking for some help. She was looking for somebody like most of these females out here, somebody to come in and save the day for all of your problems and headaches that you created yourself, and you want somebody to be Captain Saver, be Superman, pay all my bills that I never wanted to pay for my damn self. I want you to give me shit that I can't get myself, and then I might think about loving you after that. That's not real love, man. And if women got a mindset like that, you shouldn't be married. You shouldn't be with somebody that's important or somebody that's bringing real greatness to the relationship because you're not great. You're not ready for it. Remy Ma was not ready to be in a serious, committed relationship. Never alone being married to Papoose because she didn't deserve it. Yeah, she didn't deserve a ring. And Papoose gave it to her. He gave her that, but she didn't earn it. When you get in a relationship, a female has to earn that from you. What you can do, what you give and give. She has to earn those gifts. And if she's not willing to earn it, then you shouldn't be willing to give it to her freely. And that's what we start talking about simping. When you do that, you become a simp. You become putty in her hands, and she played with him. She played with him a whole lot. So let that be a lesson. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. Now he's with somebody that don't play games. She don't play those games. She's not as masculine. She's masculine to a sense, but she knows how to be soft because I want to be with him. That's the difference. If a woman's not showing that type of presence around you and she's acting more like a damn dude, she don't really like you. That's what it means. She don't really want to be with you. A woman's going to change all of that for a guy that she values, a guy that she respects. And if she never respect him, so I can't really say she loved the guy. But now he's in a situation where he don't have to have those guards up no more. You know what I'm saying? He can be more himself, and that's good for him. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what be lacking in these relationships that people want what they not willing to give, and that's how it breaks down. Go ahead.
See, I don't really necessarily think. Well, I had a question and a follow up. My
Go ahead.
question is Remy Ma spiritually, emotionally, mentally capable of giving a man a real relationship or a real marriage? because based off of what I've seen and I've heard, I don't think she is. Eazy, the block captain, to me was somebody just to get her nut off. Because let's be real, women, they have desires and needs too. Y'all don't know this. I'm gonna tell you. If you don't know this, of course. Women are freaks just like dudes. These bras like to fuck just like dudes do. They like dick. They want a nut. They want to come. Excuse my language, YouTube, but that's the reality. They enjoy it. They want it. They need it. They just want they won't openly admit it. You know how I know that? Social media tells you all the time. All the twerk videos, every single video with them naked in bikinis and shorts that are really just lingerie, that tells you everything you need to know. And before you say, oh, you can't judge them based on what they wearing, yes, the fuck I can.
Sexy Red.
Exactly. Sexy Red had just gave birth. And she was in her hospital gown on Instagram twerking.
On Fleek.
So, yeah, women are just as bad as dudes are. They are covert. They hide it very well, but they hide it openly. Anytime you can get on Instagram and make all this money and get all these views off of just showing your pussy print and your ass cheeks, and all you gotta do is stand there and twerk and this. Anytime you can do that shit just so openly and freely, I already know how you roll it. It might not be for them dudes that's in that timeline, but you're absolutely doing it. To me, something inside of Remy is broken. Because there's no way in the world on paper, if you're looking at it, any woman with common sense that got her life together, that's following her path the way she should, would ever step out on her guy. It's not happening. So for her to be how she is and him to be how he is, again, it was never going to work. And on top of that, she's not going to be with Eazy, the block captain, very long. That shit ain't going to last long. Eazy is the type of person that he's going to fuck around and move up. He's going to meet somebody that look younger and is going to look better than Remy. He gonna step off on her, and she's going to be screwed, or something ugly is going to come out of it. One way or they're not getting married. Let's just put that on record. They're not getting married. That's never happening. What Papoose did for Remy, she's not going to get for a very long time. What I'm talking about, what he represented. Y'all can say, oh, he was dumb for this, and even I said it. But there's certain characteristics that women need out of a man that they look at as weak, or they look at as like, oh, nah, I'm gonna take advantage of this person. But you don't really realize that Future is not what you need. She went to Easy because he looked like Papoose. He looked like Papoose and he talked like Chris Rock. And you get around these battle rappers, like if you just be around people that's attractive, you're automatically gonna feel some type of way towards them. And that's all that was. She saw him, she thought he was fuckable, and she had a little itch that she needed to scratch. She already had a history of cheating, so that's how I just came to that conclusion. But it is what it is, I guess. But nah, this should have been private. None of this should have been aired out.
For sure. For sure, for sure. Yeah. And Clarissa, like I say, Clarissa don't know where, she's in a position where, she want to prove that she a real one. She don't want to walk away from this messy situation. And or should she protect her dude? You know what I'm saying? Like she feel like she put in some time with him, and she feel like she earned the right to have a say so and certain stuff. And yeah, it's just a messy situation, man. They need to just grow up and just agree to disagree and move along with their lives, man. This he Easy was just a band aid, man, with somebody that females do that so they can try to they think that's gonna take away the pain or replace the person, and they end up, you know, feeling miserable in the end. You know what I'm saying? So he's a rebound. He's a placeholder. He's as a man, from a man's perspective, like, come on, ain't no man going to take you serious after he got you from somebody. He cheated on your other dude, him. He ain't taking you to the rooftop off that. I don't know the percentages, but I believe that is real low. That he'll marry you just like he did after how he did Papoose, and he know all about that. Nah, that's a temporary fling. What Papoose got is more real. So that's where all the that's where all the hate and envy is coming from, because Remy just mad because Papoose making that girl feel good, and she don't get that no more. So she see the smile he put on her face, and she jealous of him. That's what it comes down to. And she's not getting that same feeling from her partner, so she feel like she losing. You know what I'm saying? When you leave, when you split from somebody, you know, it's a competition between the exes on who can make the other one look silly, or who thought it was, or who had the better upgrade. And Papoose and won that. He won. Not because he got just Clarissa, but because of how Remy Ma responds. If you can respond the way she's doing him, yeah, Papoose won. But I wouldn't. But the only thing I would knock on Papoose with this situation is, at this point, because you got who you got and you've been through what you've been through with Remy, you're losing cool points by trying to argue with a woman on IG. That's not a good move. Dudes dudes don't win arguments with no woman, man. It's not gonna happen. And you can say your piece. You can say, a few words or make your point. Like, we all been in the one on one, without without significant other or whatever, and we expressed ourselves and all that. But to go back and forth and to do stuff like how Offset keep doing with Cardi B and all of that, that's nah. You say your point, you get to your point, and she can argue with herself. You're not gonna win no argument with no female, man. So that's the only knock I got against him. I mean, long as he cut that off, he should be straight. If anybody gonna argue, you step back and let Clarissa handle your light work. You know what I'm saying? Let her do what she gotta do.
Get the divorce, do it quiet, do it peaceful, stop the bickering and going back and forth, take the L, get you some help, some rehab, some therapy, whatever you need to do. Stay off it. Stay off of social media. Stop reading the comment sections. Stop listening to the fans and the viewers. Take some time to yourself to reassess everything that's happened from the time you met the person to the time that things concluded and figure out where things went wrong and why do I continuously find myself in these type of situations. Don't keep on trying to play this. Both of you are the problem here at the end of the day. Both of you played a part in this. Because I like to really believe that men and women know exactly who they are dealing with within the first week. You might not, like, for me, if I talk to you, I'm already like creating scenarios in the future based off of the conversation pieces that we're having right now. So if you speak to me a certain way like this early on, I'm creating scenarios later on down the line where we're out and about or around people or we're handling business and I'm looking at this and I'm putting it with this and I'm like, does this match? Probably doesn't. I probably need to go ahead and leave this alone. Like, you look good, but based on what I'm seeing right here, we're not going to get very far. Computing all of that in my head, and then I kind of snap back into reality as you're talking. I'm like, all right, this ain't going to be too much of anything. We're just going to keep it here. That's how I am. I don't know about everybody else, but that's what y'all should have done. Y'all should have probably courted each other. This wouldn't be a thing right now, but like, we in our 30s and 40s still acting like children on social media. That's not a flex. You don't have to be a millionaire to get held accountable. Like, real spill. And I mean, that's just my thing. Eazy ain't gonna have a pretty good run. Like, what he did is no different than the next person. You got involved with someone else's marriage. You think you're gonna get rewarded? Think God's gonna reward you for that shit? No. You might do good here and there for a while, but that shit gonna catch up to you, sir.
She gonna do you the same way.
You lose them how you got them.
Exactly. And if he don't know that, then he ain't ready for what he should get. You know what I'm saying? If he knows she gonna do him like that, like how she did Papoose, then that's more of a reason why he need to go ahead and bail first. He need to get out of there. But she wanna make him think that he's everything that he wasn't. We know the game, we know the spiel. You know what I'm saying? Boost his head up like he's doing something that Papoose wasn't doing. Um, and I'm gonna have to take it back to this. We all about to bring it back up. You gotta talk about how she know you got knocked out by him. That count against Eazy. So that's an L right there that he ran around. He talking all this trash on the IG. He ain't even ask for his fade back. What's up? Why he ain't want to do another fade with Pat?
Sensational.
So that right there is an indicator that you are a placeholder. You are nobody that's gonna you're not an upgrade. You're not nobody that's gonna be for the future. You didn't even come out and you saying he's a weirdo, but he's a weirdo that knocked you out. He's a weirdo, but he a weirdo that you don't want to shoot another fade with. You don't want that work. So yeah, he can be a weirdo, but just make sure you stay way over there though. That's what I'm saying. And then not only that, then he even got even sharper because he in the lab with old girl hitting the speed bag. Yeah, they got videos of that. Y'all in the mall and all of that. You know what I'm saying? With the Biz Marquee talking about you just a friend. That man hitting the speed bag. You don't want to do another fade. Period. You don't want that, and she don't want it. So that's what it is. They in the lab. That's where they at. So while y'all out eating cheesesteaks and drinking club soda and all of that, man, they in the lab getting ready for what can be. In the lab, you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think he want that work. I already know Remy don't want that work. She don't want them hands. Bro. Them Jones registered. So I don't know. There's gonna have to be some forgiveness going on because if we're gonna do another fade, that's a mean tag team match right there.
Then they need to go ahead and let that shit go.
It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it.
Don't even let your ego and your pride get you locked up or in jail or dead over that shit. Like, I mean, you wrong, my nigga. You wrong. You shouldn't have even been dealing with her in the first place. Any normal dude who found out, like, I'm not no, I'm not fighting over no female because the way I look at it is, shit, you opened your legs, so you're a willing participant, and you invited it. That's an invitation. Unless you're telling me he forcefully pried your legs open, that was an invitation. So why would I crash out over somebody who consciously made the decision to be with another human being other than me? Don't make no sense. I'll pass on that. You can have it. Obviously, it's not for me.
So the truth is that Easy to Block think like he think because he smashed his wife, he think because he so-called took his wife from him or however you want to present that that he's presented as a better partner or whatever he's doing so much differently than Pat. He think he on top. We know the spiel how these situations go, but the truth is that you you got somebody's leftovers, and not only that, uh, you got somebody that had a whole rack of bodies. Let's just put it on the table. She real masculine and dominant. You can hear it when she talks. She don't know how to be submissive. You know, so he's gonna be in a world of trouble. Papoose don't have to worry about that no more. He with somebody that knows herself and knows how to give him respect. She's gonna eventually talk to Eazy like shit. It's coming if it didn't happen already. Because he's not gonna do nothing to make himself rise up to where he to pretty much be over her level. We talked about it before with the careers and the jobs. She don't she don't look up to him. She looked down on him. And just like she looked down on Pat. Yeah, you might be a battle rap, but shit, I made lean back and you know what I'm saying? I made all the way up. He wasn't on the video with me when I did all the way up. So I'm higher on the totem pole, which means that she don't look at him like an equal partner. She gonna keep being sassy out the mouth. That's gonna diminish my man, just like she did. She gonna start exercising those same characteristics like she did with Pat, and then it's gonna be his problem. That's why I say he did Pat a favor. He took her off his hands, and now you think you think because she's telling you, oh, he the problem. Nah, you with the problem, and that's what he about to find out when she started getting sassy out the mouth with him and talking to him like he trash, like he beneath her, not giving him no respect or nothing. That's not equal. That's not being a good woman. And when that happens, then he getting what he deserves for breaking up a marriage. Well, I ain't gonna say breaking up a happy home because, like I said before, it was always cracks in the shield. He was just somebody that you know he was the finishing touches to that. That's what he was.
I damn near want to play that whole Papoose video, man. But I ain't even gonna do it because, like I said, he went on both of them, and the audio was what did it for me. The minute I heard Remy say this could have been done if you hadn't did what you did to Easy, told me everything I need to know. She wanted Papoose back, but because of what he did to him, she had to put up this facade that everything was good, and then Easy coming out and saying, "I don't give a shit about this. This gonna come out one way or another. I'm trying to make a name." Like I damn near want to play that shit. It's like, but that shit like 25 minutes. Yeah, he went in. Like he really went in. You know what I'm saying? And adults shouldn't move like that. I mean, the way he handled it at the beginning, cool. But she just kept on talking and kept on talking and kept on talking. It wasn't necessary. If he's not saying nothing, why do you keep saying something? Oh, I know why. Because the battle rap community and because the speculations, because people were talking about you sleeping with Easy and they were on your helmet. So you felt like you were in the corner and you had to respond. Emotional. That's all it was.
So now she's forced to stand on her decisions that she made outside of her marriage. And you said the divorce is not the divorce papers is not finalized yet, right? So they got to go through that divorce process, right?
I mean, shit.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah.
But no, that shit ain't finalized yet.
So that mean they, you know, they both still married technically.
Yeah.
And they dumped all on Remy when she did what she did. I mean, if you ain't happy, if you're not happy in the marriage, man, you need to do, you need to go through the process. You need to do the separation. You need to go have a separation first. You need to get to yourself. Go through those emotions. You can't find a solution in another partner because you still got to deal with that person you so called tired of or whatever. Just because you might come across another partner, you got to go through the procedures of who you was with, and that's called being responsible. So if you can't do that, why would somebody accept you serious that you messing with on the side anyway? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You couldn't even handle your business as a man or a woman. So what you think I'm gonna do with it?
I know, right? I know. Bro, this shit is messy. All of it is messy. That's yeah. I don't lose no sleep over no relationships or lack thereof. Like that shit is not that big of a deal to me, man. Because it ain't really too much out here worth it whatsoever. You just see that you're losing a bunch of money and sleep. Because half the time these folks don't even really be in it the way you in it. You know what I'm saying? But I was
Nah, most people just committed to themselves, man. They can't see it outside of them lines, man. And that be the problem right there.
yeah. Let me ask you, how you feel about watching that video? Did you already saw it though, right? Did you see the whole Papoose joint?
I don't think I did. If you want to pull it up, man, hey, it is what it is. It's out there now.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and pull it up? He was upset, man.
Let me see something. I think I'm gonna go ahead and bring that shit up here real quick.
I supposed to not say nothing how you did me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What I supposed to do? I tried to keep quiet about it. I tried to keep quiet about it and go about my business.
Yeah, we just gonna go ahead and air the shit out, man. Fuck it. I mean, why not?
Come on, yeah.
Why not? This shit
This
is
some
like
this some this shit messy.
it is, bro.
But I ain't gonna lie, it is messy, but it's relatable. It's real relatable. Go ahead and hit it.
Yeah, I got you covered. Hold on. We about to watch this shit live, man. YouTube, don't fuck with me. This, you know what I'm saying? I try not to. I'll refrain from playing all of it. I'll play just enough of it so people kind of just understand. Like,
Hey, YouTube, we about to go all the way up. We
dude,
going all the way up tonight.
hold on, hold on. Let me make sure the volume and all that shit is straight up on here. Let me get the screen right. I'm gonna put it right here. There we go. Unmute.
Everybody who know me, let's keep it 100. Everybody who know me, you know I don't do this. I don't do none of this corniness. Can y'all hear me? All right, cool. Everybody who know me, y'all know my style. She came on here claiming that, oh, everybody, I don't do this. Yes, you do. This is exactly the only thing you do. You know what I mean? Normally, I wouldn't even entertain this, but the fact that you mentioned my children, I'm not letting that ride. Since this whole situation happened, everybody know I never said nothing. The only time I said something was the last time when she tried to clout chase with the whole fake thing she tried to put on Instagram before. But ever since this transpired, I never opened my mouth, never said nothing because that's not my style. And also, I would never want to disrespect her. You know what I mean? Actions speak way louder than words. Initially, when it transpired, which was 2022, when she started dealing with the lane. But that wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I've caught her cheating numerous times since she's been home. With the lane, the reason, but hold on, let's get to the point. We're gonna get to the lane later. You had the audacity to mention my child, and you had the audacity to mention me not seeing my daughter, when ever since I left, she has not allowed me to see my daughter. She's been straight miserable. I'm gonna say it again. All men out there who ever been through this type of situation, you know how it gets when you're dealing with a miserable individual. She did not allow me to see my daughter since this first transpired at the end of last year. Blatantly, I went to pick my daughter up from school. When I went to pick my daughter up from school, Diamond was picking my daughter up because that's who has my daughter all the time. And that was one of the biggest issues I had with is mommy and daddy. She was raised with both parents. That's all she knows from day one since the womb. Our entire lives has been documented. What goes on with these celebrities is they like when y'all come on their page and y'all like their posts. They like when y'all spend y'all money on their concerts, on their music. They like when y'all make them rich. So y'all become fans and y'all follow the journey of these celebrities for years and years and years, right? As y'all follow the journey of these celebrities, you basically become a part of their life because you've been following them for 10 years, 15 years sometimes. You've been a fan of a celebrity or artist. But soon as something happens, the first thing they say to the fans is, you don't know me, right? Soon as something get out there bad that they don't want you to know about, the first thing they say is, oh, you don't know my life? Yes, they do. They know y'all know us very well. And the reason why I'm saying that is because don't allow none of these celebrities to fool you. When you hear a rumor that comes out, it's true. We are human, just like y'all, the audience, the supporters, the fans. So now you have a person here who life has been documented for decades through the fans watching us, seeing.
Monday CRM has the best AI features in the game.
Especially in sales.
Hands down.
So for me, email composition.
When she got incarcerated, watch me visit her every day for a year straight. Watch me bring her 35 pounds of food a month. Watch me hold her down. Watch me in the courtroom getting into altercations with court officers over her. Witness when she came home. Witness me go build the anticipation for her to come out of prison. Had a different artist do a drop every single day. Oh, the queen is coming, the return of the queen, right? All the fans witnessed this. Witnessed her come home, witnessed us have the big wedding ceremony, followed our entire journey. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. You ever notice I never erased nothing on my page? All you gotta do is scroll down. The same page that she utilized today to lie for an hour straight, and tell all these fabricated stories, the same page I created. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. We get back to that later. I went to pick my daughter up from school. There's a young lady who was picking my daughter up from school. And I notified her, hey, you know, I called her, I said, hey, I'm coming to pick her up. I picked up my daughter, gave her a hug, gave her a kiss, and I mean, show things you do when you see your child. Embrace my child. And I had to go take care of something that day. So after I see my daughter, I just wanted to see her and hug her because everything had been going on. I hadn't seen her in a little while. After I left, I think the next day or next two went by, she contacted me. Hey, you haven't seen your daughter since New Year's. I said, excuse me? I just seen my daughter yesterday. I just picked her up from school. What are you talking about? She didn't even know that I seen my daughter. You know why? Because she's never there with my daughter. She is never there with my child. And it's crazy that you have the audacity to open your mouth and say that I haven't seen my daughter, not only due to the fact that you didn't allow me to see her, since I finally got tired of your lies, tired of your narcissism and moved on, but the fact that while you was running out here cheating with this lame, not only cheating with this lame, you allowed him to destroy your entire life. You use all your money for. You use all of your money. And I want y'all to know this, because I know a lot of people, I don't want to come across as I'm upset. But you know what? I am upset. You know why I'm upset? Because you mentioned my children. You had the audacity to mention my children, and you had the audacity. Can y'all hear me? Because some people complaining about the audio. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, let me know. There's a few people saying they can't hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm not covering the mic. Y'all saying I'm covering the mic. I let it go now. It's good? Brooklyn Jad in here. Jad, can you hear me? All right, now, yes. Okay, cool. Like I said earlier, for those who just came on the live, everybody who know me, and I'm talking about speaking with my actions, I don't do this. I don't clout chase. I never come on social media talking about anything. Even when I got stabbed in my back, by the person that I moved mountains for, fought battles, did everything, was super loyal to, I still didn't slander you. I still didn't say nothing. I just kept it moving. But you had the audacity to mention my children. So since you want to mention my children, and that I can't let ride. A lot of people in your path, that's not you. Don't entertain it. You know what I'm saying? People see through it. She's bitter. She's miserable. Yeah, that's a fact. But you mention my children, and that I'm not letting ride. So with that being said, you abandoned my child for months. For days at a time, knowing she had to go to school the next day, knowing I had to go to work the next day, since you want to get up on you and say, oh, you don't have a job. Because, you know, when I got the executive position at TuneCore initially, knowing I had to go to work the next day, knowing my daughter had to go to school, you stayed out with the lane. You stayed out with the lane. You want to talk, and you stayed out with the lane while your daughter was crying for you, tears. Also, she wanted to talk about all of this money talk and all of this and what I don't got and what I got. Since I met her, I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth. And with me saying that, I want to say this to y'all. Anyone who has an iPhone, you know how iPhones work. When I was younger, I used to be able to write rhymes in my head, create rhymes in my head, and remember them. Just like that. As time went on, I got a little older, I started to write rhymes in my email draft. Now, if you have an iPhone, you go in your email draft. If anybody come around me, and we're in the flesh next to each other, I can type in any word from one of her songs, and her entire rap will come up. the entire verse will come up. I never asked for a penny. I never asked for credit. She was my wife. I didn't want anything from her. I just wanted to see her win. Like I said, I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth since I met her. Y'all said it. Y'all said it numerous times. Oh, we know that's Pep behind that pen. Did I ever agree with y'all? Did I ever put it out there? I never said I wrote her rhymes. I left it. I didn't need the credit. All I wanted her to do was win. Wrote the rhymes, did the contracts, security, the whole shit. So you fabricating these stories, and it's very weird.
How do you know when it's time to end a relationship or when to really fight for it to see if there's something there?
I don't think there's a right.
That you're talking all of this money talk, but in your background, it's everything that I bought. All of the utilities are in my name. So all of this fabrication about, oh, he don't pay no bills, oh, he don't do this, he don't do that. If you analyze her life, the whole thing is about all of this money talk. Why? Because she wants y'all to think that she's this big shot. I don't need to come up here and perpetrate no fraud like I'm a big shot, like I'm this and I'm that. For the simple fact that I speak with my actions. You want to talk about black love? Anybody who follow me, they know I've always been pro-black and had knowledge of self since I was a teenager. So I've represented that since I came in the door before I even knew you. Okay? So don't ever talk about black love and what else she said? I gotta remember. So, first and foremost, very bipolar, very delusional. This is a person who will sit in front of you. She will post that live, and she'll say later, I didn't do that. I wasn't on live. You'll be sitting there like, huh? She will say something to you, and 10 minutes later say, I never said that. Very bipolar. And I don't want to talk bad about her, man. That's something that I never wanted to do. That's why when this took place, when she first got caught cheating with the lame, I brought it to her attention. I said, first of all, I couldn't even believe that she would stoop that low because he's such a cornball. Y'all see it, y'all say it yourself. I'm like, yo, there's no way it's this nigga. Because I'm trying to figure it out. Like, damn, who is this nigga? Because, we were living a normal, peaceful life, raising our child like we planned to, and she started to move real strange. So in the process of her moving strange, it became stranger and stranger, worse and worse. So I said, damn, I gotta see what's going on. What the hell is going on? I started to do my research. As I did my research, I found out she was cheating with the lame. So once I find out, I brings it to her attention. I said, mind you, I didn't knock him out because he slept with my wife. Like I told y'all before, the reason I knocked him out was because he shook my hand and then slept with my wife. It's a difference. But let me tell y'all this. So I bring it to her attention that I found out that she's sleeping with the lame. She tells me, him? Why him? Why him out of all people? Not Goods, not Hitman. My word is my bond is my life. I should give my life before my word shall fail. This was her exact words. Him? Why would I deal with him? I said, Rem, I know you're dealing with the lame. I know it. First and foremost, how it first fell on my radar that she was cheating with the nigga, he was running his mouth and it came back to me. They said, yo, Pat, this nigga out here telling niggas he fucking your wife. I said, word. So I did a little bit more research, connect a couple more dots. I find out. She tells me this. Okay, I find out. Mind you, it's not the first time she cheated. You know what I mean? I continued the marriage because I live by my wedding vows. I try to live by my wedding vows. Richer for poor, sicker for health, sickness and health, you know what I'm saying? Better for worse, and death to us part. So you try to work through things. Anybody out there who's married, y'all understand. So I find out she's cheating with the lame. I bring it to her attention. Of course, we have an altercation, like basically argument back and forth or whatever transpired, right? Okay. She decides, and I decide that we're going to go to therapy, but she brings it to my attention, to be honest. She said, I think we should do therapy. I said, okay. Even though I'm private and I don't like to speak to people about my personal business, that was a very, very difficult thing for me to do. But I said, you know what? Let's do the therapy. We go to the therapist. The therapist's first question is, do you guys want a divorce or do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. So when she comes on live and say, we haven't slept in the bed since 2022, and to make it seem like and fabricate a story, like we had some agreement, you such a liar. There was no agreement. When I found out you was with the lame, you denied it. You shitted on him, basically said, yo, why would I be with him? Why do you think I would be with him? And then you wanted to go to therapy. So check it out now. Check it out. So when we go to therapy, the therapist says, do y'all want to get a divorce or do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. I'm going to be honest. Because honestly, I didn't want to not live under the same roof as my 5-year-old. I love all my kids the same, but when you have children, and everyone knows that about me. Everybody who know me, y'all know my character. Y'all know her character. Very rude, very disrespectful, not just to me, to everyone. But that speaks volumes. I didn't want to we planned to raise her with both parents. That was the plan. So I did not want to not live under the same roof with my little girl. I was there from the moment she came out of the womb, and I intended, and I always told her, I want to be there to the moment we take her to her prom. So when she graduates high school, college, get her degrees, I want to be there to take my daughter to her prom. And I told her that. So I never wanted to leave from under the roof of my baby. That's why I stayed around for this nonsense.
Introducing Gemini in Google Slides. AI that takes what...
And I don't want to go away from the point. Okay, so we did the therapy. The therapist gave us that option. We both said we want to work it out. She said, this is the plan. I'm going to give y'all a plan to work it out. She said, Pap, because like I told y'all previously, once I seen that she was cheating, like she was moving real strange, I'm talking about leaving for hours at a time. Every time I questioned it, it was a lie, just strange behavior. So once I noticed that she was moving strange, I started to do my research. So the therapist said, because she told the therapist, mind you, she got all these lies to y'all about me. The only thing she told the therapist was, oh, he doesn't trust me. He's going to keep looking behind me and trying to, find out what I'm doing. But the only reason why I was looking behind her is because she was moving strange. So I agreed to, not show distrust or whatever. And the therapist told her, Remy, since you're saying that it's only business with this dude moving forward, but y'all have a last event coming up, after this event, you're going to cut all ties with this individual. This is what the therapist said. She said, Pat, because I told Rem back then, before I even clipped him, I said, when I catch son, I'm putting him down. I'm putting him down. He violated, you know what I'm saying? And what I noticed, when I found out, I noticed that every time me and her stepped out and made an appearance, he'd go post on his gram, do little sucker shit. He'd go make a post on his story about us. So I'm watching this. Mind you, y'all, I'm not saying nothing the whole time. I know this nigga sleeping with my wife, but I ain't saying nothing. Feel me? I'm like, I'm gonna be quiet. I ain't saying nothing. Son doing sucker shit on the gram. That's cool. I ain't paying that no mind. We go to therapy. The therapist come up with the plan. We put the plan together. The therapist said she has this event coming up at Sony Hall, which was the battle between him and Hitman. She said, you can go to the event, right? But don't knock him. Don't do nothing to this individual. She said, I said, I'm gonna go to the event. I'm gonna fall back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do nothing. After the event, she's supposed to leave the dude alone, right? I go to the hold on a second, man. Give me 1 second. I don't know what I'm gonna do. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second, y'all.
shit is wild, bro.
1 second, y'all. Okay, back to the subject of the matter. So I go to the event. It's the battle with him and Hitman. Everybody there. Everybody remember that event. Y'all notice I never came on the stage, right? Never came on the stage, stayed in the crowd, fell back. Watched the entire little week battle, whatever, you know what I'm saying? On his behalf, because he trash. Watch him do his little trash battle. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm watching it, I never did nothing. When we left the battle, I went home with my daughter. She went home with the lane. Went home with the lane. Okay. She came home. She went home with the lane, stayed out all night, came home probably like the next morning. When she came home, after that, the baby is there. I ain't tripped. Kept it moving, kept raising my daughter, kept it pushing. A couple days go by, things a little peaceful around the crib. I reach out to the therapist, let her know what transpired. We went to the event, everything was everything. After those couple days, me, her, and my daughter, we all sleep in the same room. We go to bed. I'm saying it's bedtime. We sleep together in the same bed every night. As we sleeping in the bed, I fall asleep. My daughter's in the middle of us. So it's 2 beds in our room now at this time because she started doing weird things around the crib or whatever. So me, her, and my daughter in the same bed. It's another bed over there. I wake up. It's just me and my daughter in the bed. So I get up. I see her in the other bed. So I go over to the other bed. And as I go to the other bed, I notice that her phone is on. When I pick up the phone, I see the lame on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay. She on the phone with the lame. So after that, I woke her up. Hey, what's going on? This what you doing in here? This is what we doing? She started lying again, fabricating, this, that, and the third. Long story short, she kept cheating with the lame. Okay, move forward from that. Another battle comes up. The lame not on the card. He's not on the card. It's just another event. But mind you, like I told y'all previously, I'm there for my daughter. I'm there being a father. I'm not going to allow this situation to take me away from my child. So what I did was kept raising my daughter, even though I know that she's a...
Game of Thrones King's Road is now available for both PC and mobile with Google Play Games.
Narcissist, very contradictory, very bipolar. I said, you know what? I'm going to keep raising my daughter. I'm not going to let this situation to remove me from under the roof of my child. I kept raising my daughter, take my daughter to school every single day, doing everything a father's supposed to do. In the process of me raising my daughter, another event is coming up later on down the line. The lame is not on the card. Okay. She has the event. I'm going to the event because I go to all the events. I'm going to the event, but I'm hoping the lame ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to have to really put my hands on them. Cool. I'm getting dressed. She leaves. They start the event. I'm still at the crib. I get dressed. I go to the... Matter of fact, I can't even put that out there. Anyway, let me just say this. I found out the lane was there. I said, she got to be kidding me, man. I done told you I'm going to put this nigga down and you bring him to the event. I done told you numerous times, when I catch this nigga, I'm going to put him down. Mind you, I finds out she got an apartment 40 minutes away from our crib where she lays up with the lame, leaves and says she's going to work, leaves, say she's going to do this and do that, but she goes to the crib. I've been there. I can actually give y'all the address. So she got this. She got another crib, and shout to. I don't even want to put this nigga under the bus, man. But this another individual who was married and got a crib not too far from the home of his family. But I ain't gonna put him out there. But she did the same thing, which was weirdo shit. So anyway, I go to the event. Now I already know I'm coming there. I'm putting this nigga down. I'm gonna be honest with you. Truthfully, I really wanted to really hurt him. But I decided at the last minute, I said, you know what? I'm gonna just put my hands on this nigga. I get to the
I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right there. I'm gonna stop it right there. I said I wasn't even going to play the whole thing. I ended up damn near playing the whole clip. But
might as well, right?
Yeah. But you got to see it for yourself. That and like he didn't. That's not even the half of it. There's more shit that came with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard other parts of the conversation, but how you feel about that? How that went?
I mean, like I said earlier, like I don't think she ever loved that man, man. I really don't. And Eazy corny as hell for that. He corny as shit. But he should have left her. He should have left her the first time she stepped out.
But this the corny part. He making it seem like okay, he did something so spectacular, or his game or his mouthpiece was that suave that I pulled Remy, or I got Remy. Like you didn't pull her, fool. She pulled you. She booked you. She was the aggressor. It wasn't you. And then you gonna go and tell and brag about, you know what I'm saying, you sleeping around with that man's wife? Like you real special? If she put like this, if she didn't want to do that with him, it's nothing that he could have did to change her mind. I put it to you like that. He just would have been he just would have been begging. The only reason why I went down is because of her. She's the reason. Her. And why? How do you know it's her? Look at all the examples that he gave you in that interview. How that he confronted her. He said, "What's this I'm hearing?" and all that. Like, why would she be around the bush and not just come out with it? Because it was something that she pursued. She did that, and then he want to act like he did something so special. Nah, he a whole goof troop for that. And then Pap say that he stayed down. He didn't want to what do you say? He didn't want his daughter to grow up without two parent household or whatever he said. But I can't really I can't really buy that, bro. I can't really buy that. And the reason why I'm not buying that, what Pat said, is because that's the same excuse a lot of women been using for generations. I want to stay. I'm gonna stay for the kids. I mean, the whole time the husband in there beating her ass to death at night, and she talking about she want to stick it out for them and all that. I don't. All that about the kids is lame. You know. Now you still. The way I look at it is okay. The daughter real young. You know this is what's going on. She not even in the house. She leaving your daughter in there. You know what I'm saying? She's skipping days at a time. She's staying out all night with this cat. This is something you know. Why would you? Why would you stay there with her like that? If you pat you the other parent. So my thing is, if she's leaving my daughter, if she leaving my daughter in there by herself, or she's staying out all night and she's not being a responsible mom to this situation, I'm as the father, he posed to, he posed to pull rank. He said he take his daughter to school. He want to be there for a prom and all that. All that's fine. But we're not gonna sit here and tell this story that you wanted to hold your vows down because you wanted and use your daughter as a crutch to stay with that woman. We ain't doing that. That's lame. You gonna be her father with the merge or without the merge. So I don't buy that at all. He could have went and got custody of his daughter or whatever and moved out or whatever, like, or kicked her ass out, one or the other. She could have stayed over there with the lane or have it, because that's what she was doing anyway. She was spending the night over there. He in that house with his daughter with and his wife missing. That's embarrassing. I mean, as far as like the merge, I'm not talking about mommy, daddy. I'm talking about husband and wife. She embarrassed you as a husband. A wife supposed to be in the bed with her husband, bro, not with somebody else, and vice versa. That's an embarrassment on the other hand. If he stayed out all night and didn't come home, that's disrespecting the hell out of the marriage, man. You don't do that, bro. So going back to what he said, yeah, he had other options, and we're not gonna sugarcoat it like he couldn't have went about it the other way. He might have wanted he might wanted to fight for the marriage, but it's clearly she didn't, and he should have went another way with it. To keep saying you gonna go to the battle events and all that, and I bet not see him and all that, you clearly was in your feelings. I mean, yeah, he was he was smashing your wife or whatever. But you can't um like he did mention, you can't knock him out based off the affair that he was having with your wife, because your wife did that. You supposed to took that up with her and take let's take the lane, take Easy to block captain and sit his ass on the side. Papoose didn't handle his business as a man with Remy Ma. So man to woman shit. Put his ass on the side. Because he could have been any other man, like she was naming all them other battle rappers that she was probably iron anyway, that she probably would sleep with them too. Why I gotta be him? Why couldn't it be this dude? Why couldn't it be that? It was more than one battle rap down there. She had people in her group that she could have selected to sleep with.
I
So
want to point out real quick before you move
go ahead,
on.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
She did say it. What she said, him. Why him? Why wouldn't you think it would have been Hitman or Goods? Now think about that for a second. Hitman is the guy that he battled. Hitman is on Wild and Out, etc. Goods is a battle rapper. So she named two specific ones.
Mm-hmm.
Specific ones. Why would she name them two? I'm not insinuating nothing, anything happened. I'm just saying, like, you got to type.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I'm hearing is, if I'm going to fuck somebody, it's going to be someone like him or him to throw it off. No.
There you go. So that's the thing. That's the thing with these situationships and these so-called toxic relationships, bro. That was called manipulation when she brung up those other those two battle rappers. She was manipulating Papoose, bro. She was trying to throw them off. But the problem with these videos that's going on that we looking at now, that's going viral now, Papoose caught on. See, she used his loyalty against him. And sometimes you can be so loyal to something that it make a fool out of you, and that's what happened to Pat. You said you was trying to be there for your daughter and all that, but it was clearly she wasn't. So he should have been put those papers in and proceeded and all of that to get the stuff drawn up because that man went through a lot. She put him through a lot, and it was just it's crazy, man. I'm just glad I'm glad he didn't do nothing crazy to be out his daughter's life, man. You know what I'm saying? But as a parent, he has the right to uh, move on and be with who he with now. He's making better choices now. But Pat tolerated a lot of shit, and then gonna go to he gonna keep going to the event to try to find the dude. Like, come on, man. It ain't nothing to really, they ain't even called for. He didn't already just slept with her. So it's the move. It's on you. It's on your move. And let me put this out there. All that counseling, shit, that was bullshit. Fuck that counseling. You stepped out. It's over. You hear me? I mean, you might say it could be. You might say it could be repaired, but it couldn't be repaired. She kept on leaving. You see what I'm saying? You heard him in the interview every night. And we're not gonna sit here and act like that we haven't heard of a situation or know someone or we haven't heard a situation that happened to us like that. So Pap Pap should have moved a little different. I'm gonna say that. You supposed to got them papers drawn up. Why I keep bringing it to her? Are you doing this? Are you? No, you know what she's doing. That's a waste of his time. And then all that about your daughter, that's not healthy for your daughter. She want to see her mom. Her mom ain't there. She out all night with him. You the father. You gotta get the fuck out of there. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta let her know that this ain't what it's gonna be. I'm taking my daughter. We rolling out, and this ain't a family. Like it's supposed to be like a family. He's saying I wanted the family thing and two parent, whatever he was saying, household. That's not what she was giving you. She was giving you something else, and it was up to him to make that call. He supposed to be the lead. He supposed to be the husband. He supposed to be the one that make that call for your daughter. And what was best for your daughter is for you not to stay there getting mind fucked while she out with that lane. Because that's what he was looking like on it. She was fucking with his mind, but to get manipulation on him. But once Papoose caught on, she got mad at him. She resented him. She was mad that he wasn't falling for the manipulation no more. That's what women be doing that. I'm gonna tell him this. He'll believe this lie. He'll believe it was this person. Nah, he already know. Now what? Now when the lie's not working no more, what you start doing? You start getting aggressive because he not believing you. You see what I'm saying? She got a bad habit and she's going to continue to impose those characteristics on the next guy she's with. His toxic characteristics, and I'm glad he did it, but he should have freed himself a lot sooner, along with his daughter, because he don't need his daughter being around her like that, the way she acts. That's what I say.
Yeah, you gotta mitigate as much drama as possible when, especially when you got other parties involved that are impressionable. They don't need to see that. They don't even need to grow up around it. Somebody's got to be the bigger person and say, "Look, this ain't worth it. You ain't happy here. I ain't happy here. We tried it. We're just gonna have to go ahead and call it for what it is." And I said it earlier in the stream. I admire someone fighting for their relationship when like both parties actually want to fight for it. This wasn't that case. Again, this whole situation is not for me. This ain't even about just them in general. This is about men and women who put themselves in this type of situation over and over and over again, and you expect the other person to somehow miraculously change who they are for you. They were who they were before you. They're going to be who they are after you. You can't change that. Life and circumstances are going to be the only thing that changes that.
They gotta want to change for the person that they want to be with. They'll make the changes for them. You're not it, Papoose. You wasn't it for her. Remy went to the streets, and she stayed on the block with the block captain while you was in that house with baby girl. See, that ain't cool. Sleepless nights, huh? Sleepless nights. That's a main hit though, bro.
Yeah. That's that's mad, bro. The violations, bro.
I mean, even though it was over and all that, that's you can hear it though. That man was dealing with that. She left. He said she left with him. He had to take his daughter back to the crib. Come on, man. I thought we was a family. What
It's,
happened?
it's at the point now I can almost guarantee I know when someone's telling the truth at this point. Like the older you get, the more you study people and how they communicate. Like he was very fluent with how he was describing shit. You know how when people are trying to be deceptive, they show mannerisms and they speak in a certain manner that's kind of like
Disguise what they saying.
yeah, he was like very fluent with that shit.
Yeah, he was saying it like it just happened yesterday.
Yeah, like he was very descriptive, detailed. That's why when I saw it, I was like, yeah, this is an ether.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that's why I can't. That's why I could never listen to a word she said. The way she was talking was like you could tell she.
And she knew his buttons because he said I was being quiet the whole time. I wasn't trying to get on here. I wasn't even trying to disrespect it. But I'm not gonna let you say that about my kids though. So she was like, is this not working? This not working. So let me say that about his kids and see if this works. Either way, she tried to get a reaction out of Papoose. That's what that was about. She wanted him to react.
I don't know what the purpose for that was. Was that you? So all right, because we right at this point, I'm speculating on my opinions, but let's put it in perspective. He said that the day before she dropped this IG video, she was trying to salvage the marriage, and he said, "Nah, I'm good." So
was they was already with who they was with though, right?
yeah, this was just recent. Like,
oh yeah, come on, man.
So
that was bogus. That's bogus right there.
So she hit him up. She's trying to, oh, so you really want the divorce? You really? And he's like, yeah. And then the day after, she goes to IG, and then she just goes off. Coincidence?
So he pushed for the divorce, not Remy.
Based on what I heard, yeah.
So if that's the case, she wanted him to. She expected him to sit in that house. See, it goes back to the boundaries. He said she wore his loyalty out, and that loyalty hurt him in the end. I'm gonna keep being there for her. I'm gonna keep doing this for her. I'm gonna write this rhymes for her. I'm gonna keep showing her how much I love her. But you never got it back. She ain't never love you like that back. She gonna give all the love she gonna give to you. She gonna give to a no good motherfucker who ain't gonna do as half of that as what you was doing for her. That's who it's gonna go to. That way you'll know the truth. It ain't going to you. You gotta be a realist with this shit. I said it before. You gotta be some reciprocation. And I firmly feel that Papoose is a straight up genuine dude. Straight up. You know, I respect everything he just said on there, except for trying to work through the marriage and all that. Yeah, like I agree with working through the marriage if it's reciprocated. He was the only one acting like a husband. She was not acting like a wife at all. And from what he was saying, she wasn't even acting like a real mother. He was doing the husband and the father duty. That's bad.
He sounds like this is real shit though. He sounds like the dude that never says shit, but 80 million women get on TikTok and talk shit about the men that never come to say anything. You know how you watch one of these YouTube videos and the woman does like a 15-20 minute rant about how her dude wasn't shit and this, that, and third, but you never hear the response from the dude ever. He sounds like that guy. He sounds like, all right, let me tell y'all what really happened. He's that guy. He's like one out of a million dudes who will be like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I got time today. I'm gonna go ahead and say
out my laundry real quick and put this to bed.
Right.
Put it to bed real quick. So we ain't gotta keep going back with this.
Yeah. So
that's what I mean. He put it on the table so everybody can get a clear understanding of why is this happening. And like he even put it out there. I know she's sad, she's bitter because she's not going to experience him no more, experience what he was doing for her no more. But that's like a gift and a curse, man. I mean, people keep saying they want somebody like that, but when you get a good dude, you shit on him, you boo booed on him. He didn't feel appreciated. So now it's only a problem because he being that person to somebody else. But when he was like that with you crapped on him. You can't be like that. Now he's somebody else. Everything. He's somebody else special thing now. It ain't with It ain't with you. He not granting your wishes no more. He woke up. He saw the light. He not your fucking doormat. It's not predictable no more. Yeah, we ain't running the same playbook no more. We ain't on the same game. I didn't jumped on another calendar now. Catch up. I'm over here with Clarissa and I'm in the gym now, hitting this bag. So we over here, we practice knockout. We knockout artists over here. But you over there, you know what I'm saying? Eating eating onion rings. She ain't even got no makeup. Her hair mess. You know what I'm saying? This stuff, it's embarrassing, man. She finally realized that. How long has it been? He said it's been going on, what, 3 years since she been doing them like that? So he been taking it all that time. And he finally, seen the light, and now she want to bring up everything that he was taking from her. Nah, he saw the light.
There are times when you need someone.
See the problem is you want him to he was a fool for you, but you want him to stay your fool. You want him to only be your fool. And it ain't working no more. He was your fool. He woke up. And now you upset about it. Because everything that you have done to him over that totality of y'all relationship, it made him see the light. It made him a better person to look out for those type of traps. See, a lot of these women, man, I'm telling you, they would rather have a dummy any day, and that's what Eazy the Block Captain is. Acknowledge me. Oh yeah, we the ones on this side, and that's what he gonna be. He gonna be her doormat. He gonna do everything that she want him to do. And what Papoose got with Clarissa, they got more of a team. They got like a partnership, and that's what he didn't have with Remy. Didn't give him that. Remy was one sided. She made Papoose do all the work, and she went out there and ran in them streets. You can't do that. You can't do that when you married. So she learning a lesson. He learned his, and let that be a lesson to everybody. You can't. If you gonna be in, you gotta be in all the way, or get the hell out of there. Bottom line.
That's a fact. Damn, bro. That now you understand why, like, I tell you, I ain't tripping off of none of these females, bro. Like, cause I know everybody ain't for me and I ain't for everybody. This is why I say shit like that. Cause a lot of y'all out here, y'all still moving secular, worldly. You basing your connections and your relationships off of the wrong shit. Eazy the Block Captain is an employee. Remy Ma is his boss. He worked for her.
They said she was grooming him. They was going out to dinner. She was treating him special than the other rappers. That was the clue right there. So there was a lot of flirting going on before it took place. She treated him out of the group. She had private dinners with this dude, all that. She didn't do that with everybody else that showed up. She did it with him. And it sends a bad message to the people that that you're working with, because you're like, dang, that was real unprofessional. We supposed to be here for Remy, and what you doing is you sleeping with talent. Was supposed to be talent.
um, my final thoughts on this whole thing. First of all, shout out. Let me do this. Shout out to everybody that's watching right now, man. We've been on here for 3 hours officially. 3 hours.
Tonight.
Bang, 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 bang.
Like breaking records.
Back to back to back.
Yeah, you dig. And there are good men and women out here, but they've been damaged, or like you see shit like this and it makes you more cautious of who you open up to. You know what I mean? We've all made mistakes. We've all dealt with people that we probably shouldn't have, and we had to learn the hard way. But you don't want to keep making the same mistakes. We too old for that shit at this point. If you are a woman out here that act like her and move like her, how's life treating you right now? And if you're a guy out here that got a good heart, but your boundaries ain't put in position to protect you from shit like this, then you need to reevaluate some stuff. Honestly. Now, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not using jargon. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm really being serious, because if you don't have them boundaries, you're going to continue to get screwed over. And it ain't fair to you or the person that's in your life. Their union, it happened for a reason. A lot of negative came out of it, but a lot of positives came out of it too. You know, first of all, we treat celebrities, we give them too much credit. We give them too much grace. We forget they're human beings, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of the biggest flaws that's in us. We categorize and treat people based on status differently when everybody should be like right here. As Papoose said in the video, y'all grew up with these people, so it's like you feel like you're a part of their family and they're part of their life because you bought tickets. And I've said this before, you spend all this money on them, you feel like you're intimate. Yeah, and you're really being deceived because they don't fuck with you. Remy Ma don't like y'all. She don't know you. None of that shit. Half of them people don't like none of us. They like the fact that we pay for their life. That's it. And the sooner you figure that out, maybe you'll start putting them on a pedestal so much, sitting up here arguing back and forth trying to defend one side over the other. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
I'm gonna end it off with this, man. We meet people for different reasons, man. Everybody got a season. Um, I believe that Remy and Papoose told each other about the true meaning of love, man. And I just feel like you gotta you gotta go through the bad to get get to some good. Get to the good, man. You gotta step over a lot of trash to get to your treasure, man. And Papoose had to do it the hard way, but it's a lot of I'm gonna say this is a lot of good people, men and women that that get their goods abused by the wrong people. They get their goods abused by the wrong folks that don't deserve it. And you got to stop looking for you in another person. I think that's what people get tripped up at. That's what people always find disappointment. With they got all this anticipation and you get disappointed because you wasn't expecting something to go your way, or you was expecting something to go like this. People gotta only can really worry about how you control yourself. So with that being said, Papoose is taking his gimmick, his character, everything that he presented to the wrong person, and he applies to a person that reciprocates back. Remy, on the other hand, seems like she was more like an energy vampire. She's over here, with her person, and it seems like she's still got struggling with those manipulation tactics and stuff like that. She's trying to pull the strings, and I wish her the best, man. I pray for healing for both of them. I pray for healing, and I hope both of them find the person for them, and hopefully they be happy. But this was definitely a learning curve, and I hope this can teach people how to choose wisely and move gracious out here, man, because that's what people need. I close with that.
Shout out to you. Shout out to the viewers. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us tonight. Um, we will be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. 11 a.m. If you enjoyed this show, we got another good one for y'all. Actually, just lock in for this entire week, for real, for real. It's not a joke. We working. I'm always right here. This is my environment. Um, but I hope you got something out of it. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. The link is in my bio on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Assembly of Excellence podcast. That's what you click on. Uh, Outside of that, man, fire show, man. This one
I
going
hope we
down.
delivered. This was the main event. Hope y'all enjoyed the main event for the night. Um, this was a record setting live stream, and we're gonna see y'all again, man. But this is what we do. We was in the lab tonight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But we up out of here, man.
Cooking.
Yeah, y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. Catch y'all tomorrow, Lord willing. Peace.
Cheers. Got that sip in my cup.